This Enzo Maresca sacking has proved that Chelsea are becoming a joke of a club under that ownership. And let me explain myself. Again, I want to try to understand where does this video wasn't planned at all, but Chelsea is a club that honestly has given me great moments in the last decade. Is one of the clubs that I started following when I started watching the Premier League. Players like Oscar Premier, players like Didier Drogba, players like Eden Hazard. They were always a class club. So I hate how they're becoming. I hate the way they're being really treated, especially their fans, how they're being treated. Because Chelsea is becoming just a pure business. Chelsea is no longer there is no football or sporting project. We can see that BlueCo doesn't care about the sporting project because I tried to start off think like the positive about their strategy. Buy 8 young players to become good. Maybe the other six don't reach their potential. You can sell them because they're still young. I tried to say, okay, maybe that strategy can work in the long term. Maybe in other sports it does work. Maybe in football it can work, but you can clearly see that they're just here to increase the value of the team. The team will increase the value and they will just resell it. It's just pure business. There is no logic behind there's no football logic behind the project, and that's what I hate in football. I don't like. I can understand that, like that football is becoming uh, a bigger sport than just like it's becoming bigger than a sport. I can understand that there is a logic of business behind, but that's not should be the priority. The priority should always be having a sporting project. And what's the sporting project of Chelsea right now? Because this Enzo Maresca sacking proves that I don't even know if it's a sacking or if he has walked away. Let's try to understand it. Let's start by listing what Enzo Maresca has achieved. We're talking about a manager that has won you two trophies. Yes, there is a conference league. Okay, they should have won it. Let's not stay on that conference league, but there is a Club World Cup trophy. You can think all you want about the Club World Cup. Yes, it's not a important competition, whatever, but they didn't win it by, with all due to respect, they didn't win it by beating Crystal Palace. They won it by beating the European champion in PSG, and they beat them with the manner 3-0. So we're talking about a manager that has beaten PSG with the manner. We're talking about a manager that has won you two trophies. We're talking about a manager that also has uh given you a playing style, because Chelsea have a way to play football. We're talking about also a manager actually that has won the Premier League Manager of the Month last month. So you can't tell me that this sacking has been uh, has been caused by the poor recent performances. Because yes, just have lost some games, but they're still in the rest. They're still in the top four. So I don't think it's based on results. Also, we're talking a manager that has improved a lot of these players. Look at a player like Shaloba. Look at a player like Malo Gusto, the level he's playing on. Look at a player like Caicedo. Also, how he treats Estevao. He's not like at Barcelona where they play young players and after 2 3 years they're completely cooked because they have been playing a lot. No, look how he's giving a little game time to Estevao, giving him confidence, but also remembering that he's still a young player. He needs to get to be developed slowly by slowly, and that's how you develop young players. So Enzo Maresca for me, I understand when clubs like Man City, clubs like Man United, clubs like Juventus are all looking at him because he's become a competent coach. He has proved it. But I think Chelsea went for him in the first place because he was literally like a nobody. Like nobody knew about Enzo Maresca. Yes, he had won the championship with exceptional results, with an exceptional football with Leicester, but I think he was the right guy at that moment for Bluco to put in place and to try control him. But I think Enzo Maresca has understood that he's become a wanted coach. He's become a competent coach, and he does no longer accept the situation, and that's why I think he left. I think this departure is not a saga. I think he understood that okay, it's time to leave. I have done the best I could do with this squad, but with these owners behind, I can do more. Because also seen in the recent press conferences that he didn't agree. He didn't agree with how BlueCo were treating the club, and for me, I feel for Chelsea fans because honestly, like how they're treating this club, it's pure capitalism. There is no football ideas whatsoever, and I think their goal at the end is just to increase the club's value and resell it in few years. And I think really in that moment, in this moment, Chelsea will not become a successful club. Because look at, for example, how they look even how they run Strasbourg. Strasbourg, okay, they have put in a coach that's having really great results in Liam Rossignol. The football they play really great, and they're becoming a great Liga team. But look how they just like loan them players. Uh, how they just take their players. For example, the situation this season that came up earlier with Emmanuel Remega. Emmanuel Remega, the Strasbourg captain, actually. So Chelsea went for the Strasbourg captain. No, he became captain, and then few weeks later, they posted the transfer between Strasbourg and Chelsea. So what does that mean for Strasbourg? They're just treating them like just a satellite club, you know? What does that mean? How does your captain leave just midway through the season? It's nonsense. They could have waited and communicated about the transfer during maybe the winter transfer or even in the summer. But no, they don't give a shit about Strasbourg. They don't care. They get players, for example, at Chelsea. Oh, we don't have play for them. Okay, let's just sell them to. Let's just lend them to Strasbourg. And honestly, I understand Strasbourg fans who are furious about this ownership too. I understand them. I understand that Strasbourg would prefer to return being maybe a small Liga club, fight for the 10, 11th spot rather than fighting for Europe football, but getting treated like that because there is really no respect about Strasbourg. Because look at who's the favorite coach to replace Maresca. We're not talking about a coach like, for example, Zidane. They could be interested in a coach like Zidane. Uh, Top coaches, I've seen rumors about Mourinho, but we know that they're not gonna take Mourinho. They want someone that they can control. And who's their next target is Liam Rossignol. Liam Rossignol, who's doing an extremely good job at Strasbourg. What are they gonna do? They're gonna take Strasbourg coach midway through the season. You know, it says a lot about this sporting project. It says also a lot about this Blueco project. These guys don't care about football. They are here just for pure business. That's it. That's all. And as much as I appreciate Rossignol, as much as I like what he's putting in place at Salzburg, I don't think it will work in the Premier League. You're coming in the Premier League uh, with just maybe championship experience. Okay, Liga good experience, but our players like like Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, will all these players get try to understand the message you're going to pass them because you're literally a nobody. You really and the only way to save this Chelsea club is only if the owners at some point realize that okay, football maybe there's not much money that they can make and they just sell the club because as long as they keep wanting a yes man to lead the project and for them to be behind all the decision because even the players that play, I'm sure it's because of the owners. I'm sure because there is this rule at Chelsea that I've read. It's pretty funny that if the if the doctors of the club decide that this player is third, for example, during a game, Enzo Maresca was was forced to take him off. So I think that's a subtle way of of controlling what's happening or controlling the team without without saying it. Because how is the staff more important than your manager? Okay, as long as they keep wanting a yes man to lead the project, I think this club will go nowhere, you know. And it's sad to say because Chelsea are, probably one of the, if not probably the biggest club in London. Let me know what you think about this Chelsea side. Also, let me know what you think about this kind of video because this wasn't scripted at all. I just took the camera and said what I thought. Let me know what you think about this kind of videos. I can make more of them because they don't need extra work, no editing, no great. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Ciao.